Well, good Thursday morning to you and welcome to Cincy Lifestyle. Hey, you know what? Clyde has the day off today, but our beautiful bundle of joy, Allie Martin, is with us, and I'm so glad you are, Allie.
Thanks, Mona. Yeah, Clyde decided, take the day off, but I'm stepping in for him, and those are some big shoes to fill, but I'm excited to be with you, Mona.
I am excited that you're here. Hey, you've got a good event kind of thing that you're going to share with us.
Yeah, okay, so I think we're all aware right now that we're, in the middle of fall, but we're, approaching November, which is kind of crazy to think it's already October 22nd. But with that said, the weather and the temperature is all up and down, but come November, the temperature is going to start dropping. So listen to this. This is something to keep in mind if you want to do some sort of a different dining experience come wintertime. So the view at the Shire's Garden, now this is a rooftop restaurant off of 3rd Street downtown. They are doing these cool bubble igloos dining setup. So what you do is you reserve a spot. It's maximum for 2 hours, and it's for up to 8 guests, so 6 to 8 guests. And inside that bubble, it's full-on service, so you get your full meal, full dinner, and it also is heated, includes a Bluetooth speaker, board games, and blankets. And this is going to be starting come November, and it's going to go through till March. And this popped up this week that as an announcement that they are doing this, and I thought it was really cool because I've heard some rumors of potentially some other local spots looking to do it. There are no official announcements, but they're the only ones so far. And I just thought it was really cool. Would you do something like that?
Absolutely. I was thinking about it. It's the single best idea for COVID I've seen. I would do it in a minute.
You are forced into a bubble. You are forced into a bubble. I think the one thing to think about, whoever you're going with, those 6 to 8 people, make sure everybody is healthy because you are in your bubble. But if you are, I think it's such a really, really cool experience. And I remember seeing this actually pre-COVID in London. I believe the place was called Copa Club. And that really stuck with me just because they decked all of the bubbles out and they made it almost like a little fort treehouse type scenario. So I have a feeling the Shire will do that as well. And as I said, it's heated and there's the Bluetooth speaker in there. So someone's going to have to control and be the DJ. That's a big responsibility. And there's going to be board games.
Oh, it's got everything, Allie. It's got everything. Thank you for sharing that with us. And, it's that time of year when things get a little spookier, including the drive-in movie theater. The Holiday Auto Theater is turning their lot into terror at the drive-in. Yes, they are. And to tell us more, I want to welcome Todd Cincy, the co-owner of the Holiday Auto Theater. Todd, thanks for joining us. Well, I believe that's Todd. I'm not really sure. Well, Todd, welcome. Well,
How are you?
Look at all those decorations you have out there. So talk about what people can expect and what all your scenery is about.
Well, I was just practicing my night scare as Jason from Friday the 13th. So I've got to get ready. Our event starts tonight. It's 7 nights, 17 different movies. And right now what you're seeing is the graveyard of defunct drive-ins. The Valley Drive-In and the Ramona Drive-In, to name a couple.
I love that. That's a great idea. A great idea. Okay, so tell us about your movie lineup.
All right. Well, tonight we're going to kick it off with some classics. We're going to do 1968's Night of the Living Dead, The Exorcist, and Lon Chaney and the Wolfman from 1941.
Wow, those
After that,
are some good ones.
Yeah, tomorrow night we're doing an Evil Dead trilogy. Saturday we're going to kick it off with Scream, Sinister, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
You know, you've got some of my favorite scary movies. Hey, some people may not know this, but it's like my guilty pleasure. It's one of the things I love. Scary movies. I absolutely love them. And you've got some of my favorites in there. You also have one in there that, yeah, I saw once and I'll never watch again. But moving on, talk a little bit about the safety measures you're taking and why it's a good alternative to movie theaters.
Right. The safety measures have been in place since we reopened. We have social distancing cues for all of our bathrooms and concession. And there's about 25 feet between each set of poles, plenty of room for 2 cars. You can either stay in your vehicle or you can sit outside in front of your vehicle and still be social distance.
Wow, very good. Keeping us safe. Okay, before we close out, Todd, I need to know, do you have a favorite scary movie?
I have 2, and it's because of the soundtracks. It's the original Halloween and The Shining.
Oh.
And I just want to give you a quick peek inside the Scare Freshman Center.
Wow. Okay, that's going to be fun.
So,
oh my goodness. That is going to be
yep,
fun.
So it's holidayautotheater.com for the full lineup. And we're excited.
All right. Sounds exciting. 2 good movies there. All right, Todd, thank you so much for talking to us today. We really appreciate it.
Mona, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Allie?
If you or someone you know is vulnerable and struggling in the healthcare system, there is a nonprofit that is bridging that gap between your health and the proper care. And right now, I'd like to introduce you to LaWanda from Healthcare Access Now and Kiara, a client of their programs. Now, LaWanda, I'm going to start with you, and right out the gate, what is Healthcare Access Now and who specifically do you serve?
Yeah, Allie, we serve as a liaison between the medical and the social entities and the community. So basically, we're serving as an advocate to be sure that the services that they're receiving and the quality of care that they're receiving is culturally competent.
What kind of support might your clients need? And then what kind of processes are you putting in place to work with them?
Yeah, so Allie, basically we have maternal and child health, as well as we have some programming for adult health as well. People can feel free to visit our website to kind of look further into the adult health side of it. I actually am on the maternal and child side of things. And so specifically, we really want to try to work to help remove barriers that may be in place for moms in terms of helping them to have a healthy pregnancy, delivery, and being sure that they are able to receive postpartum care for them and their child. So our goal is to try and reach moms earlier in their pregnancy so that we can actually help them get connected to the services and the care that they need. That's
tremendous. Okay, so we're gonna switch gears a little bit and we're gonna talk to Kiara now. So Kiara, talk a little bit about the care and the compassion you've received, working with your community healthcare workers.
The care and the compassion is like phenomenal. Like I have the best care coordinator, Miss LaWanda. Yeah. She came around a little bit later towards like the end when I was like in the hospital finna give birth to my twins. Yeah. But it was like the perfect time because I didn't know what to expect having like 2 children at the same time. And she kept me guarded, like, and calm. Like I was nervous and she still makes sure like I'm taking the twins to the doctor's appointment, keeping me up on my health, making sure I get doctor's appointments. Like she scheduled me a doctor's appointment, 2 or 3 months ago, because she was like, it's very important, you need to be on it. And she's like, I know you be tired, but you have to. So she keeps me on my toes. So
and accountable, it sounds like.
Yes.
It's like a little angel on your ear, on your shoulder that's just willing to listen and just guide you along the way. So what would you tell someone who may be in a similar situation as you?
So if I can tell anybody, like, if you need help, let them guide you into the right hands. Like they are perfect. Like I didn't know anything. So for them coming into my life and helping me and making me a better mom and a better person, like I'm so grateful. And if I tell anybody, don't be scared. Just go and look for the information. And if you have medical insurance, call them and ask them, like, is there any options I can for help or anything? Because they will help you.
LaWanda, do you have a response to any of that? How are you feeling about that?
She loves me.
Oh, yes. Just thankful for the opportunity to serve the clients in our community. Very thankful. I've truly enjoyed and continue to enjoy working with Kiera. Yeah, it's a journey, and we're partners on this journey. So that's part of what we do. We are in a partnership, and as long as we are both working and moving toward your goals, we're going to help to accomplish those. And so it's exciting. Yeah.
Thank you.
Talk about making a positive impact too. Well, ladies, we appreciate you taking the time, and Kiara, we really appreciate you telling your story today.
Thank you.
Well, with the novel coronavirus pandemic affecting our everyday lives and many school campuses conducting limited in-person learning, coming up with ideas to keep students engaged can be challenging. Well, here's one idea to keep the kids learning even when the school day ends.
Learning a new language could be a perfect option if you're looking for something new to explore.
There are so many great tools and resources out there, like Rosetta Stone for Students. They have 25 plus years of online language education experience to help your child really master another language. It's simple, it's fun, and it's highly effective.
To learn more, visit rosettastone.com/contest. You could even win a free year-long subscription for your student by going online and answering a simple question.
And as the nation continues to grapple with COVID-19 and social justice, a lot of people are asking what businesses should be doing to help solve complex problems. It's called corporate social responsibility, or CSR. And one company with a well-known spokes-duck, yes, I said duck, is taking a special interest. Zoe Anderson has the story.
Corporate Social Responsibility Initiatives, or CSR, have long reflected a company's values and priorities. In light of current events, a new CSR study by AFLAC found that the way consumers and business executives view the role of business in solving social issues is changing.
This is the 6th year that AFLAC has fielded this survey, and the results are fascinating, particularly because we fielded it after the pandemic. One of the more interesting findings had to do with generational differences in terms of perceptions of the workplace post-COVID. For example, 75% of baby boomers would be willing to take a pay cut in order to save jobs across the board in their companies, where only 50% of millennials and Gen Xers would be more likely to do so.
Dave Armand, CEO of 3BL Media, a leader in helping global companies like AFLAC build and deliver purpose-driven communications, says that regularly surveying consumers' feelings about corporate responsibility gives AFLAC a leg up on knowing what is making people stop and think about social responsibility and environmental, social, and governance issues, or ESG.
Now more than ever, corporate transparency on environmental, social, and governance issues is critical. Consumers care about this deeply, as this research from AFLAC tells us, but so do employees when deciding where they want to work. And investors. Much more money has been flowing into ESG investment funds this year versus the broader stock market.
For more information about corporate social responsibility, visit aflac.com/ACSR. And for more information about 3BL Media, go to 3blmedia.com.
And coming up here on Cincy Lifestyle, we'll introduce you to a group of kids who have created their own cookie business. They're the Yummy Brothers, and we'll talk to them about how they got started and their hopes for the future.
Starting your own business can be tricky, but imagine doing all of that while still attending elementary or middle school, and that's exactly what the Yummy Brothers have done. 4 kids who had a dream to make the world a more delicious place. They are with us this morning. I want to welcome the Yummy Brothers. Joshua, raise your hand. Isaiah, raise your hand. Caleb, raise your hand. And Micah. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. So tell us a little bit about how you started Yummy Brothers, given that you're all under the age of 12. Who wants to go first? Go ahead.
How we started Yummy Brothers was our mom taught us how to bake cookies, and then we used to take them to gatherings, and like pretty much a few minutes later, the whole tray would be gone.
Kind of like what's going to happen here in the studio once this interview is over. So tell me, you've got your cookies here. What kind of cookies do you have, and what are your biggest sellers? Who wants to take that one? Okay, go for it.
Well, biggest sellers are all of them.
Biggest sellers are all of them.
And the kinds of cookies that we have here today. So this one is triple chocolate chip. That's milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and white chocolate. The one behind triple chocolate chip is junk. That's milk chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate, and butterscotch. And then there's oatmeal raisin. There's turtle. The turtle is chocolate, caramel, and pecan. This one right here is Two-Face. The Two-Face is basically like a double dark chocolate cookie mixed with a chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, who's in charge of, I understand somebody's got to be in charge of quality control. That is how the okay. All right, that's good. So what's your favorite?
My favorite is triple chocolate.
Triple chocolate chip. Now, I'm looking at you. You look like you're pretty slim and trim and in shape. How is it that you're in charge of tasting, and what's your secret for staying slim?
Micah.
All right, Micah, go for it.
My favorite one is tasting the snickerdoodle.
Which one's the snickerdoodle? Point to that one. Oh, okay. You want to pick it up and take a bite and just, you want to sample? No? Okay, because Mom and Dads are here in the studio, and they might not like that. So there's more to what you do, however, than just cookies, right? The dinner, drinks, desserts, lunch meals. Do you have a favorite one that you enjoy selling the most? Yep, go ahead.
Shrimp Alfredo.
Shrimp Alfredo. You guys make shrimp Alfredo? Holy cow, that's pretty good. What's another meal that you make?
We also make salmon with mashed potatoes and vegetables. But unfortunately, at the time, we're not like doing that right now. What we're trying to do, we're trying to get the cookies perfected, the recipe perfected, and then we can move on to other cookies.
Well, I'll give you some advice about how to perfect those cookies once this segment is over. Right quick. Tell everybody how you get homework done. How you're able to do all this and get the homework done.
So how we balance school and work is, so when we go to school, we stay there for 8 hours and get education. And then when we come back home, we have 2 hours of homework to do. So we have 2 hours to do our homework, so that's 10 hours of education. So while we're gone at school, our mom and our dad take care of the orders, and they get them from offline, and then they take them to the
So they
post
basically
office.
work for you, right? Mom and Dad work for you.
It's a family company.
Good. It's a family company. Okay, right quick. What's your website?
My website is yummybrothers.com.
Yummybrothers.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Yummy Brothers. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you.
Well, according to a recent survey from the American Frozen Food Institute, over 99% of American households buy frozen food. But do we know where that food comes from? It's a good question. Well, joining us to discuss this topic and his company's 100% grown on American soil commitment is the president and CEO of the Pick Sweet Company, Wesley Eubanks. Wesley, thank you so much for joining us. And we're just going to dive right in. Tell me, why are you introducing this commitment? And now, what does it mean for the average shopper?
Sure. Thank you for having me today. And, you know, consumers have been through a lot this year, particularly in how they feed their families, with restaurants being closed, and oftentimes schools are closed, and even going to the grocery store has been a different experience this year. We've talked to a lot of those consumers about how they buy their vegetables, and they've told us two things. Number one, they want to know where their vegetables come from. But secondly, and more importantly, 87% of consumers told us they want those vegetables grown right here at home. So at Pick Sweet Farms, we've made the commitment. All of our vegetables will be 100% grown on American soil. Everything from asparagus to zucchini, every vegetable, every day, grown right here at home.
And so how do people know that their vegetables are grown in the U.S.?
You know, that's a great question, because oftentimes you go to the store and pick up a package and it's difficult to tell where that product came from. You may see the name of the company, but where they're located is oftentimes not where the food was grown. At Pick Sweet Farms, we've made the commitment for our 100% grown on American soil, and we've put that seal on the front of every package. So you can find that blue seal on the front of our red packages that will tell you our vegetables are 100% grown on American soil.
So talk a little bit about the U.S. farming practices and food standards and how they differ from other countries.
Here in the United States, we have some of the highest food production standards and farming standards of anywhere in the world. And with our 100% grown on American soil commitment, consumers know, and they have a peace of mind, all of our vegetables are going to be grown, and the production process is going to be here in the United States. They don't have to wonder where their vegetables came from and what the standards might be in those other countries. They can rest assured our 100% grown on American soil commitment, our vegetables will be grown right here at home.
All right. Thank you, Wesley. So where can people go for more information?
Go to picksweetfarms.com. There you can find more information about our 100% grown on American soil commitment, but you can also find some great recipes to use for those Pick Sweet Farms vegetables.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for talking to us today. And for you at home, we'll be right back.
And that is Cincy Lifestyle for October the 22nd. We appreciate you spending this whole half hour with us. And, you know, per usual, reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. And, of course, we'd love for you to make it a great day.
Thanks for watching our video. And if you liked what you saw, hit the subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before, or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, we love to say it, make it a great day.